Wagwan people, we are back at again with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you a preview to the game Burnley versus Chelsea, right? Which will be played at Turf Moor tomorrow at 4 o'clock South African Standard Time. Now, this is an important game for us to win for three reasons. Number one, we need these points given the tough run of games that we have after the international break. Number two, this win will give us much needed momentum and positive energy going into that run of tough fixtures. It can give us that little bit of motivation, that little bit of spark, right? That helps us probably pull off some results that we don't expect to pull off in those tough run of fixtures, right? And number three, it it allows the positive feeling to continue around the club, right? Since our win against Brighton in the Carabao Cup last Wednesday, there's been a positive feeling around the club, right? And that was further enhanced by winning against Fulham, right? And Mudryk getting his first goal, Broya coming back from injury and getting his first goal, right? In a very unexpected fashion, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we need to keep that up. We really, really need to keep that up. Because for Chelsea fans this season, before the Brighton win, for the most part of the season, we have just been under stress. We've just been experiencing frustration and stress as well. You know what I'm saying? And that just happens when you're very emotionally invested, right? Now, it's not always great, but you take the good with the bad and you keep it moving, innit? In fact, not even just this season, but the past 13 months as a Chelsea fan has been very, very stressful. But I feel like since that win against Brighton last Wednesday, there's been nothing to stress about. It's just been good vibes. Now we can think about our team without having to stress. We can think about our team and get excited for the possibilities that lie ahead. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, those are three important reasons we need to win. And that tough run of fixtures that I was speaking about includes teams that are very difficult to beat. And it's going to be difficult for us to pick up a good amount of points in those games. But if we're going to do that, then we need to start with a win against Burnley, right? Because you can't be telling me that you can't beat Burnley, but then we're going to get a good amount of points in a run of fixtures, which includes Arsenal, Manchester City, Man United, right? Tottenham, Brentford, Newcastle, right? And Bright. Did I say Bright? I said Brentford, Newcastle, Brighton. Yeah, cool. So, yeah, we need this win tomorrow. Now, I think I have a lineup that is going to lead us all the way to success, right? It's very much based on what we had in midweek, right? With a change here and there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let's get into it. Now, in goal, Robert Sanchez, easy. He's done well for us, and no goalkeeper in the Premier League has kept more clean sheets than him, 3. So shout out to Robert Sanchez, right? He's proven me wrong based on what I was saying about him before he started playing well, and that makes me happy. He must continue to prove me wrong. As for Petrovic, right, a signing from the MLS, right, we bought him, I think it was from New England Revolution for £15 million. A very highly rated goalkeeper in the MLS. With him, this is what I'm going to say. My guy, you've done nothing wrong, but you're just going to have to wait for your time to come. That's ultimately what it comes down to. He's just going to have to wait for his time to come. Because Robert Sanchez is playing too well right now to be dropped. Too well. You don't like to change goalkeepers, and you especially don't change them when your goalkeeper's playing this well. So, yeah. Right back position, it has to be Marco Correa again, like it was against Fulham on Monday, simply because of the fact that Malo Gusto is serving his third suspension, right? Because it was a 3-game suspension for the red card against Villa. So now this is the third game, and he'll be back for the next game against Arsenal on the 21st. Now, that will be an interesting topic of discussion, whether Cucurella starts or Gusto starts against Arsenal. But we'll get to that when we get to that. For now, Cucurella starts at right back, right? He played well against Brighton at right centre back, right? He played with a lot of heart and determination in that game, right? He really impressed us. Then against Fulham, he played well again. He put Willian in his pocket. He also put Robertson in his pocket. I was very, very happy. So, yeah, he starts at right back. Right centre back, none other than Axel Disasi. I am quickly falling in love with the player that Disasi is, right? I loved the way he's able to be in situations where he's really under a lot of pressure, right? And he finds a way to not allow that pressure to overwhelm him, right? He just clears the ball away nice and calm, right? Regardless of the pressure. He's not like he's going to be under pressure now, he's going to make a mistake or it's led to a goal, nothing like that, Also very tall, he can be a threat from set pieces, right? Which has been shown by the fact that he scored on his Premier League debut against Liverpool. So, yeah, Axel Disasi, right centre back. Left centre back, none other than Thiago Silva. A lot of people, okay, not a lot of people, let me not say that. I've seen some people online saying, oh, Thiago Silva's too old, we need to drop him now, whatever, right? And I think to myself, okay, he's 39 years old, but his performances don't justify people bringing up questions about his age now, like, oh, is he old enough to still be playing? No, his performances are good enough to say this man needs to keep playing, right? And that was shown against Fulham. He was excellent against Fulham, bruv. And the thing with Thiago Silva that I love is you could say, oh, he's not that fast. You're right. He's kind of slow. But guess what? His positional awareness is so good that he never puts himself in positions where he's going to get caught out. So in the end, having him in the side is always an asset rather than a liability for us. So yeah. Left back, definitely Levi Colwell, right? We ran that back again. From the left back position, right? He was solid defensively, number one. And then number two, he provided the assist for Mudryk, right? And that ball that he played to Mudryk, right? That cross, that showed me that this man can actually do something for us going forward as well. So I'm so happy with Colwell and how he's played this season so far. He starts at left back for me. Now, in the double pivots, Enzo Fernandez definitely starts 100% for sure, right? And I don't want him like in a number 10 position. I want him in double pivot because in the game on Monday, something that the commentators brought up, right? And I also noticed as well is what Enzo would do on some occasions is that he would drop deep and then play a really good ball, right? Which is kind of signaling to us that he doesn't want to be playing in a number 10 role. He wants to be playing deeper and play his passes from there. So yeah, let's allow him to do that. You know what I'm saying? Now alongside him, we could go with Moises Caicedo, who played very well against Fulham the other day, but we're not sure. We're not sure now whether he'll be fit to start, right? Because Mauricio Pochettino said that Mudryk and Caicedo, right, are available for the game tomorrow against Burnley, but he's unsure as to whether they'll be able to start or not. So now I'm thinking, should I include him in this preview? Should I not include him, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to include him, right, in my starting lineup. So I'll have him alongside Enzo Fernandez. Obviously, if tomorrow morning comes and the medical staff have decided, or tomorrow afternoon rather, comes around and the medical staff have decided that Moises is not ready to start the game, it's fine. We can just play Leslie Ugochukwu there. But for the purposes of this preview, right, and the lineup that I'm giving in this preview, I'm going to put Moises Caicedo alongside Enzo Fernandez. Now, I'm going with a 4-2-3-1, by the way. Sorry, I didn't say that earlier. Now, the three attackers in front of them, who am I going with? I'll tell you who I'm going with on the right-hand side. I'm going with Cole Palmer. He was excellent. He was absolutely excellent in that position against Fulham because he offers you so much. He doesn't just offer you creativity, right, in the final third, but he also offers you midfield splitting passes from deep. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a few times where he would drop into a deeper position, right, on the right-hand side, right, and then maybe Fulham are pressing us high on that right-hand side, right? They're really pressing us and putting an emphasis on putting pressure on that part of the pitch for us, right? And what Kobama would do is he would find a way to beat that press and play a pass that absolutely cuts open the Fulham midfield. So that's what I want to see again tomorrow. So yeah, for that reason he starts. His vision is incredible, right? Him having an assist against Brighton, right? And also him playing a crucial part in Broya getting his goal the other day. That would have given him all the confidence that he needs, you know. So start him and good things are going to happen. Let's go. Unfortunately for Sterling, right? It means he has to sit on the bench for the time being. If things are obviously not going well after a certain amount of time in the game, then we'll bring on Sterling. But For now, he's been displaced by Cole Palmer, and it is what it is. Um, in the number 10 position, who am I going with? That's an easy one to answer. I am going with Mr. Conor Gallagher, right? And I'm gonna give him the captain's armband once again. In my review, I forgot to mention the brilliance of Gallagher. Against Fulham, Gallagher was all over the pitch in defensive positions, helping to win back the ball, intercepting here and there where he needs to intercept. And then going forward, he's playing passes here, there, and everywhere, right? He's in the, what is this? Where we kick off from, right? The part of the area of the pitch where we kick off from every time, this the half circle. Oh, this the circle, sorry, right? Then next thing you know, he's on the edge of the D, right? Then next thing you know, he's on the right-hand side, right? He was everywhere. He was absolutely everywhere against Fulham, right? And I love to see his performance. He covered a distance of about 10.6 kilometers against Fulham, and he had a really high pass accuracy, like something in the high 80s. So yeah, for that performance that he put in against Fulham, he starts, right? And with the captain's armband, right? Some people would say, oh, Thiago Silva should be the captain, whatever. I'll say what Poch said about that, and I fully agree with it. Thiago Silva doesn't need a captain's armband to be a leader within this team. He's already a leader within this team and an example without the captain's armband. So he doesn't have to have it, you know what I'm saying? And Gallagher, right, the way he presses, right, the way he approaches the game of football, right, the way he applies himself is how people should apply themselves in life, right? Because he tries really, really, really hard. You know what I'm saying? And I think that inspires his teammates as well to also press the opposition hard, right? And this is gonna just increase our chances of having high turnovers up the pitch, right? And then from there, creating chances and hopefully putting them away and scoring goals, and allowing the traveling fans to go wild, allowing Chelsea fans are watching from home to go wild. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Gallagher starts in the number 10 for me. Now, on the left-hand side, I am going with Mr. Misha Mudryk, right? His situation is similar to Caicedo's, right? Available, but we don't know if he can start. But for the purposes of this lineup, I'm putting him in. If tomorrow afternoon comes and he cannot start the game, then it's fine. It's not an issue. Ian Martin can play there. It's cool. We got cover, right? Now, up top, who's it gonna be? Broya or Jackson? For me, it's an easy decision. It is Nicholas Jackson, right? Because let's think about it like this. Why was Armando Broya starting against Fulham on Monday? Because Jackson was out, and then Sterling also couldn't start because of the illness that he had in the days building up to the game. Okay, cool. So now, has Jackson done anything wrong to make him lose his place within the team? No, he hasn't, right? You could say, oh, he could have done better here and there, and that's probably true. But he hasn't performed to a level where he should not be dropped and Broya should start in his place. That's crazy. And last game against Fulham, Broya went down after like half an hour, right? And from what I heard, it was just cramp. It was nothing serious, right? So I'm happy about that. But that's kind of also showing that he's not ready to play a full game. So I'm going to give this game to Jackson. Now, if things aren't working out, then that's fine. That's perfectly fine. We can take Jackson off, bring on Broya, and hope that will make a difference. But for the beginning of the match, I'm going with Jackson all the way. I think we need to show that we trust him to get us goals, because then that just allows him to go out there and express himself and do what we need him to do, which is to bury chances, Because I feel like if we play Broya tomorrow, we start him over Jackson, drop Jackson, right? That shows that the coaching staff don't trust Nicholas, right? And that could be very bad down the line, because now you bring him on, right, in place of Broya, we need a goal. And then now he's snatching at chances because he's thinking, I really, really need to impress to get back in the side. Let's not create that issue in the first place. Let's just start Jackson. It's a simple decision to be made. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that would be my team going into this game. Now, one of the players who has returned, right, and is available for selection is Kani Chukwemeka, right? So I'm very, very happy that he's coming back from injury. He could play in the number 10 tomorrow, right? If Gallagher is not doing what needs to be done, right? After like 60 minutes of the game, then yeah, I would take Gallagher off, maybe bring on Carney, and then see how that changes things, and yeah, just go like that. But other than that, I think that's a wrap for this video, right? Well, actually, score prediction, and then it's a wrap. I'm going with a 2-0 Chelsea win. I don't want to disrespect Burnley. I think they will be definitely up for the game, thinking that they can finesse a draw definitely at home. I think that's what they'll be thinking. And some of them will even be thinking about a win because let's face it, the the Blues are no longer scary, right? The Pride of London isn't so scary anymore. Its claws are not as sharp, right? Given how we performed last season and how we have performed in the early stages of this season. So no one is really scared of us that much, or no one should be that scared of us based on performances this season. But I'm thinking that tomorrow we're gonna have more quality than Burnley, right? Which is why we'll be able to put 2 goals past them. And our defense is good. Our defense is great. The only team to concede less goals than us is Man City. So that tells me that our defense is doing something right, which is why I think that Burnley will find it difficult to score against us tomorrow. So that's the reason I'm going with a 2-0 victory, right? And that's the end of the video, guys. Please like the video, share the video, comment on the video, tell me who you would start, right? Instead of who I've started, right? Tell me what prediction you have for the game, all of these things. I would love to hear it right in the comment section. And then also, did I say share the video? Share the video. Hit the bell notifications to be informed once I've uploaded, and most importantly, subscribe to the team. Peace, people. I'll see you after the game.